Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. Today I am going to talk to you about how to prevent losses in your life. Now many times we feel that and it's true also that we don't get as much things in life as we want, and for most of us it is the case. When you do surveys for salary in any organization, nobody says, yeah, I get a very good salary. Everybody thinks that, okay, the salary is not too bad, salary is okay, but I deserve more. And one of the reasons why sometimes we feel our earnings are not enough is because the things that we want in life generally seem to be just out of reach, or sometimes a lot out of reach. And it is not only about money. There are various things in life that we feel that we can do better with. For example, we can have better health, we can have a better house, we can have better cars, we can have a better spouse, and if you are single, have a better girlfriend or boyfriend, better job, better bosses, the list goes on. Now sometimes we feel that, and in my reading sometimes I get the questions, when will I become a billionaire, when will I earn a lot of money, when can I have a lot of prosperity. Now most of the people around us, because money, how rich you are is also relative, so 90% of the people around us are not very rich, and it's only a very small percentage of people who are very rich and who have an abundance of a lot of things. But even they don't have abundance in every department of life. Even with the biggest celebrities, we hear breakups, we hear sadness, we hear losses, we hear heartache and all that. So some people may have a lot of money but may not be happy in their personal life. Some of them may have great looks, maybe money also, good houses also, but they may be having challenges on the health front. Some of them may have great body, great physique, great health, some good money also, but somewhere on the reputation front there may be wanting. So we don't get everything complete in all departments. There is always something which remains just out of reach. So today's video is about how do you prevent losses in that department which is very important to you or which is under duress. Now when you look at your horoscope, you will eventually know, if you are good at reading your own horoscope, or if you analyze how your placements are, even through the videos that I do, that where your strong points lie in life, where you can score or where you cannot score. Some of that you will also know where you have already made an attempt, tried a lot, and yet you are not getting success. You will also know that, okay, maybe somewhere in that area of life I need to do more, or I need to achieve more, or I need to prevent more losses. So if for some reason, if you can't earn more, you can't get more, then it is always better that you save more, so that the saving, as you say, money saved is money earned. So through that saving you are still I would say well equipped to be able to still lead a good and comfortable life and a happy life. So if you think you sometimes are short on reputation, because a lot of times we feel that try as we might, we achieve a lot, however we don't get the reputation or the recognition or the appreciation and the personality that we should be seen as by others. And here the most of it is concerned or related to the lagna. How people see us, how our personality is, how do we appear to others, is all about the lagna. How our health is also with respect to lagna. So if the lagna lord is weak or combusted or debilitated or eclipsed or in a bad conjunction, obviously the reputation of that person, the reputation of the personality and the respect in society will automatically get affected. So if you are more worried about your reputation, if you're more worried about how people see you, if you're worried about whether you will face ridicule, your respect will be less, then it is always better to be able to protect the lagna and the lagna lord. These are very, very important. So for example, if there are more malefics in the lagna, like a Saturn, a Rahu or a Ketu placed in the lagna, or even a Mars, then you may get the reputation of somebody who is not easy to work with, also a little bit more diplomatic or manipulative or shrewd or scheming or slimy, and you don't want that reputation. Nobody wants that reputation. So if you have any such energies, then one needs to look at that wherever you are facing losses because of some malefic energies. The simple rule is try and reduce the strength of the malefics, but if there are benefics in the lagna, improve the quality and the strength of the benefics so that your reputation and personality goes up. So it's simple rule. And second, the lord of the particular house, try and improve the strength of the lord of the house and the karaka of the house. So if you do these 2-3 things for any particular house, then the attributes of that house are protected, enhanced and nurtured. Say for example, for the lagna, see what planets are in the lagna and what are the planets aspecting the lagna. The more benefics aspect the lagna, you are better placed for more reputation, more respect, a better personality, how others see you. So everything will be well put. If you have benefic planets and if you increase their strength of the benefic planet, then too the lagna will be enhanced, strengthened. If there are malefics either in the lagna or aspecting the lagna, reducing the strength of the malefics will also help you reduce the affliction on the lagna, and by increasing the strength of the benefics, you will be able to first reduce the negative effects and also increase the positive effects. So your reputation may be enhanced, your health may be enhanced, your personality and how people see you also may be enhanced. So if the lagna lord is placed in a bad house or a bad sign, like in a dusthana or in a negative sign or in debilitation, then increasing the strength of the lagna lord by virtue of donating in the area of what the lagna lord stands for. So for example, if the lagna lord is Saturn, or Saturn is not the placed in a good house, for example Saturn being the lagna lord, for example for Capricorn ascendant native, and not being in a good sign, maybe being placed in Aries, then obviously you will find that you will face challenges, and to prevent such challenges you would want that you enhance the strength of Saturn and reduce the malefic effects on Saturn if it's debilitated. So for a Capricorn ascendant native, for example, Saturn is debilitated in the 4th house in Aries. So what do? To reduce the strength of the malefic intent and enhance the positive effect, donating items related to Saturn will help. Donating black items, black clothing, black shoes, or black any food items which are black in color, they may help. Plus fasting is one of the things that the shlokas have recommended, that if you fast on Saturdays, and some mantras also if you chant for Shani, that may also help you and help you increase the strength of Saturn, and by donating the items you reduce the malefic intent that Saturn may give you when it is debilitated. So this is one of the things that you do if the lagna lord is debilitated or the lagna lord is badly placed. The same thing for planets in the lagna. If the planet in the lagna is a debilitated planet, then if the planet's attributes are strengthened by donating in its area, by fasting on those days, by chanting mantras and a right attitude above all, then you are helped there. For example, if sun is debilitated in the lagna, for instance in Libra, then working on your self-respect, carrying yourself with dignity, while being humble, ensuring that you don't sacrifice your self-respect, and neither acting too arrogant, trying to stand by your self-respect but crossing the line will bring you not such good gains. In fact, it may harm, tarnish your reputation more. So for sun, being self-respectful, being somebody who stands by their word, working on your personality, taking the leadership whenever the opportunity is there, being humble, working on relationship will help. If you have debilitated sun in the lagna in Libra, while sun is the 11th lord. So looking at what attributes of the lagna you want to improve, whether it's health, whether it's reputation, working on the aspects of that helps. So for example, the karaka of health is Mars. If you have a very strong Mars, then it helps. And Mars is also the natural ruler of the first house. So by increasing the strength of Mars, by also being somebody who's a go-getter, being active, and not being lazy, not being like a bicycle, improves the strength of Mars and helps on the health front of the Lagna also, and improves the overall strength of your immune system and how you carry yourself, and prevents you from falling sick or your health going down. If you want to prevent losses in income, for example, or losses in your savings, then what do? The best thing is, if enhance the strength of the Lagna of the second lord and second house. The Karaka, the natural ruler of the second house is Venus. So improve the strength of Venus by doing things which Venus likes, for example, being on your best hygiene, dressing very well, applying some good perfumes, smelling well, looking good, having a good personality, working on your language, working on being more sweet, working on having a good vocabulary. All this will enhance your personality, enhance the strength of Venus. And Venus being the natural ruler of the second house, it helps. Second, Jupiter is the Karaka of the second house. So working in the direction of Jupiter, being more spiritual, being more submissive, and also being somebody who reads up, uses that knowledge, uses your wisdom, always depends on wisdom rather than chance, rather than speculation. Use your learning, use the education that you have, use the wisdom that you have, use your experiences, use the experiences of people around you for decision making. Then you enhance the strength of Jupiter, the Karaka of the second house. And whatever is the lord of the second house, protect the lord of the second house. So for example, we give the example of a Capricorn ascendant native, then Saturn is also the second lord. Then doing the areas of Saturn that we talked about, fasting, donation of Saturn items and all helps. But it's also important, especially when related to Saturn, you need to treat people who work under you very well. So the people who work for you, for example, the security guard, the housemaid, the cook, your driver, you need to take care of them much better. You need to respect them more. You need to pay them well. You need to keep them happy and not be abusive to them, not treat them bad. Then Saturn is enhanced. If you want to enhance the energy of yours, the effort orientation of yours, sometimes we want to put in more effort, we want more energy, but we are so lackadaisical, it's very difficult to get up out of bed in the morning. We procrastinate, we put things off, and then we do it at the last moment, and then we think, why do I put things at the last moment? Why can't I have more energy to get more done? That is all related to the third house. The Karaka of the third house is Mars. So strengthening Mars, strengthening the lord of the second house, the third house, and also working on your behavior, working hard to jump out of and spring out of bed early in the morning. So when you get up in the morning, don't wait, don't laze around in the bed for a few more minutes. The moment your eye opens, the moment you feel you're woken up, jump out of bed, take a spring in your feet, get out of bed and start your day that way. You do it for a few days, you will automatically understand how you're working up the energy in your body, because the first step out of your bed itself is a strong step without wasting time, without being lazy, and that is very, very important. And also, before starting the day, eating some item which relates to that planet. So for example, if you have the strength, you want to increase the strength of the fourth house. Fourth house ruler, natural ruler is Moon, and its Karaka is Venus, and you want to prevent losses in property. You want to increase your property, you want to have more cars, you want to have more jewelry, you want to have more life's comforts, more luxuries. Then you need a strong fourth house, you need a strong Moon, you need a strong Venus, and you need a strong fourth lord also. So for example, if the Lagna is Gemini, then the fourth lord is Mercury, which is also the Lagna lord. Mercury rules for a Gemini ascendant native the fourth house also, because the fourth house is Virgo. Then you need to increase property, to prevent losses in property, and get a higher opportunity to get more out of your property, cars, and to have a better comforts of life there. Then you increase the strength of Mercury, you increase the strength of Moon, you increase the strength of Venus, and by doing all these three, then you will also be able to enhance the opportunity or the chances of getting more property, chances of getting better cars, having a larger house, more comfortable house, having all the luxuries. So enhance the strength of Mercury. How do you enhance the strength of Mercury? By ensuring that you have a very completion orientation in your life. So don't leave anything incomplete. Try and do a job as best as you can. If you are not satisfied with something, work on it more. Try and reach perfection. You will not reach perfection, but in trying to reach perfection, you will do your best job. That is the strong quality of Mercury. And also use your analytical ability rather than hunches. Don't depend so much on intuition. Learn up, read up in the line of the area that Mercury stands for. So, for example, Mercury is a strong account manager, strong finance manager. Ensure that your finances are in order. You take care of all the accounts and related to your property, whether you're paying EMIs, whether you're paying property taxes and all. Ensure that your books are in order. Then also enhance the strength of Mercury. Strength of Venus to increase, I've already told you, hygiene and looking good and all that. So that also increase the strength of the fourth house, especially from the property, cars aspect. And then the moon, increase the property, the power of moon, because moon is the natural fourth lord. By one, start of the day, maybe having a little milk or having a little water helps. Having liquids helps, because moon is also a liquid energy. And then fasting on Monday, taking more decisions on Monday, seeking the blessings of the mother helps you to increase the strength of the fifth house, especially if you're not having children, or if you're having problems in childbirth or in conceiving. Then increasing the strength of the fifth house, planets in the fifth house, or lord of the fifth house, Jupiter, which is the Karaka of the fifth house, and the natural ruler of the fifth house is Sun. Increasing the strengths of these, donating in the areas of these planets helps you to increase the strength of the sixth house and reduce the losses of the sixth house. Sixth house is the house of sicknesses, of competition, of people who work for you, your colleagues, or the people who work under you. And it is also the house of service. Then you need to increase the strength of the sixth lord, Mercury, which is the natural sixth ruler, Saturn, which is the Karaka of the sixth house, 8th house and 12th house, and whoever is the lord of the sixth house. So, for example, for Gemini ascendant native, if you take that for example, the lord of the sixth house is Mars, because it is the Scorpio sign. So then enhancing the strength of Mars also helps, as we discussed earlier. Being somebody who jumps out of bed, works with energy, doesn't procrastinate, finishes things on times. The thing which bores you most, which pains you most, ensure that you do that first, is a Martian energy, being a go-getter. So when you work on different areas of life based on these, it helps to increase the strength of the seventh house and reduce the losses in terms of relations. Then you increase the strength of the seventh lord. Here for a Gemini ascendant native is Jupiter. Then the Karaka of the seventh house is Venus. And then check out also where does your seventh lord sit, where it is placed, and if there are any negative aspects. So whatever negative aspects is, reduce the strength of the negative aspects by donating items of that planet, of that house, always helps to increase your chances of getting higher degrees and reducing the losses if you are going to face losses in terms of education and you have always been struggling for getting higher degrees. Increase the strength of the ninth house. The Karaka of the ninth house of education, related to education, is Jupiter. It is also the natural ruler of the ninth house. And so find out which is the ninth lord, increase the strength of Jupiter, be more spiritual, work on learning and work on getting more information. Then automatically you increase the strength of the ninth house. For increasing the strength of the 10th house and reducing the malefic losses of the 10th house, Saturn is most important. Then the 10th lord is most important, and increase the power of the sun also, because sun represents authority figures, leadership, and at work you have to have better relations with your supervisors and managers. So when you strengthen all these houses and the karaka of these houses, then you increase the strength, you reduce the negative aspects or the negative effects of those houses, and you prevent losses in those areas. So friends, this is my analysis about how you reduce losses in your life and increase the chances of getting more out of some attributes of the houses. Please like my video, please share this video, please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my new video is coming. To get consultation from me, reach out to me at the links given below. Until we meet some other time, this is your friend, astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.